If cool art is your thing, then you might want to stick around for this. My name is Shay Hero. I'm an award-winning illustrator and a writer and the founder and creative director of Hero Nation Studio, which is a creative studio that champions primarily Black and other racialized voices through a fictional, empowering, meaningful, and thought-provoking lens. And if you're here today, then you must already know, or at least be interested in my latest project, which has been almost 3 years in the making. It's my debut comic book and comic book series, and it's called Star Wielder. Star Wielder is a story about turning fear into power that features the journey of a young 14-year-old Black girl from Detroit named Kiara Kelly, who's pyrophobic and one day mysteriously develops the ability to wield flames. And so part of Kiara's journey is learning to face the fear of her own strength. So the story and Kiara's journey even begins in issue 1 of Star Wielder, which follows the legacy of Kiara and her connection to the resilient history of Detroit, from the Birdwood segregation wall to the 1967 Detroit uprising, all leading up to the events of her birth. Now issue 1 has already launched on Kickstarter, and it's going to include 50 plus pages of story with additional behind the scenes content like sketches, concept art, and more. So if you're not already convinced to support my dream project, then stick around and check out some of the rewards you'll receive if you decide to pledge today. So first up, we have this limited edition 11-inch by 17-inch gold foil print of issue 1 and cover A of Star Wielder. And so this features Kiara herself with her eyes closed, surrounded by her greatest fear, which again is fire. And this implies the conflict and nature of the story, which is both an internal and external battle for Kiara. So this again is available via Kickstarter, and again it is limited edition, so there's only a certain number of copies of these available. And as you can see here, it's a nice heavy extra satin cardstock paper, so it's none of that flimsy stuff, so you get a nice high quality paper and experience with this reward. So check it out. Up next, we have this 11 by 17 gold foil print of cover B of issue 1 of Star Wielder, which also features Kiara. And as you can see, the gold foil, just as the rest you'll see today, beautifully reflects off of the design here, which I love how the foil, as you'll see today, the different foil designs interact differently with the artwork, and you'll see more of that. But this is lovely. It almost looks like the star here that Kiara is facing is shining. So check this out via the Kickstarter. It is available on a couple of the tiers and also as an add-on. Okay y'all, so we're coming to an interesting part of the video, because from here on forward, these are prints and rewards that really have nothing to do with Star Wielder or the story, but they are pieces that I've done and prints that I believe add to the value of your rewards and to your overall experience. And so these are rewards that you receive if you decide to pledge $100 or more. And so we're going to kick off with this original piece that I did called Goddess of the Reborn, which is an 11 by 17 gold foil print here that features just a Black goddess who is the goddess of life and death. And there's just my take on that, an original piece that I wanted to explore and feature a fat Black woman, because I felt like that was essential, that was important to this piece, because we need more of that representation, right? And so this piece is available via the Kickstarter if you decide to pledge, again, $100 or more. So up next, we have this 11 by 17 hollow foil print called Guardian of Unfortunate Souls. That is actually a recreation of an original character that I created when I was a boy. And I love it. It is very psychedelic, very sci-fi, fantasy, whimsical, and I love his, as you can see, the giant hammer here. So this is available via the Kickstarter if you are interested in, again, pledging $100 or more to the campaign, or even just upgrading your pledge. So check it out. Alright, so this next piece is for my Storm fans. So this is one of my more popular pieces here that is also 11 by 17 that is adorned in, again, similar to the previous one, in hollow foil. As you can see here, it says Black Power. The lightning reflects beautifully with the light here. And again, it is available via the Kickstarter if you decide to pledge $100 or more to the campaign. So check it out, because this is popping. Now this X-Men 97 and the X-Men animated series inspired Storm print is also available as a reward for those who decide to pledge $100 or more or upgrade their pledge on Kickstarter, and you can see it is also adorned in this beautiful gold foil that helps Storm pop, because I'm trying to make sure that our queen, our goddess, okay, is popping in the best light possible. So check it out via Kickstarter, or pledge $100 more via Kickstarter if you want to grab this print on the house. So you know you want to. Come on. Now this next piece here is also adorned in gold foil that is inspired by Storm's latest iteration of her newest costumes. And so she is commanding her power, her grace, her presence here, and I love it. So if you want to check this out, or you want to have this in your home, again, just pledge $100 or more via the Kickstarter, and it can be yours, okay? So get into it. So this next piece not only features Storm, but another historical black woman character in comics, Nubia, who's one of the first superpowered black woman characters at DC, if not, I believe, the first. And so this is actually history. So if you want a bit of history in your home, check out this gold foil 11x17 piece done by me, and that can be yours if you decide to pledge $100 or more to the campaign. So you know you want to. Look at this! And finally, we have this gold foil 11x17 print of Nubia. And this is actually my top selling piece. And so, as you can see here, this is an homage to her original debut costume with a modern twist. And so if you're interested in having this piece in your home, y'all, go ahead and pledge $100 or more to the campaign, and it can be yours on the house. Listen, I know many of us are really struggling right now, so even if you can't pledge, I would even appreciate it if you can just share and help spread the word. But if you can pledge, that's awesome too. Because honestly, I think this story needs to exist. Because in an age of fear, hate, and injustice, we need more stories about courage.